Okay, good morning, everyone. I think only Aniruddhan seems to have come so far. Yeah, we'll share screen. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Today we will be starting to look at convergence to the limiting distribution. So here, one of the major theorems I will not prove now. Maybe towards the end of the course, I will give a proof because that might require certain maturity with measure theory. I don't want to leave that proof completely. Anyway, let's proceed. So you may remember that in some of the examples we had seen, say we gave example of Markov chains where there is a unique stationary probability distribution, but in that case, that was not there was no limiting probability distribution. And in another case, so that is that success runs, in that there was a limiting distribution. And of course, if you know that if there is a limiting distribution, then that is also the unique stationary probability distribution. And even at that time, we observed that in the example where there was no limiting distribution, the states of the process seem to have certain kind of periodicity with, let us say, period. In that case, I think the period was 2 or 3, something like that. In the other one, that there was no such the success run thing, it was not like that. So that is the sort of key to this situation here. So in that context, we shall define what is meant by period of a state. Of course, you can more or less guess what it could be. So let Xn be a Markov chain with state space S and transition probability matrix P. Let S be a state. And of course, not only that, the probability of coming back to that state X, starting from that state, that has strictly positive probability in finite time, of course. Of course, if X is such that it never comes back, then there is no point in discussing, or there is nothing like period. So the rho is, X is such that rho sub xx, which as you know is P sub x Tx less than infinity, that is strictly positive. We are not saying X should be recurrent. X need not be recurrent. Recurrence would demand that this rho xx be equal to 1. Of course, this we assume so that the next, now you consider all n greater than or equal to 1 such that P super n xx is strictly positive. Our assuming that rho sub xx is strictly positive guarantees that this set is non-empty. There exists at least one n such that n greater than or equal to 1, P super n xx is strictly positive. So take all those guys and consider the greatest common divisor of that set of integers. Since there exists at least one n, GCD is well defined. I think some of us in high school, we might have studied this as a HCF, highest common factor. But I think that generally in algebra, they prefer this term nowadays, I think.
Sir.
Noise, mic is.
Yeah, sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Can you just raise your voice? Actually, your voice is very feeble.
Okay, I have to now. All right. Can you hear me?
Now it is fine. Now it is fine.
Yeah, if I slightly try to lean back, perhaps you are not able to hear.
Yeah, maybe, sir. Maybe.
Okay. Let me try to avoid that. Okay. So the d sub x, that is the period of x, is just defined by the greatest common divisor of all n greater than or equal to 1, such that p super n xx is strictly positive. Please note it down if you want. Okay. So this is the statement I had made earlier. Since rho sub xx is strictly positive, this d sub x is well defined. And you can also easily see that d sub x lies between 1 and the minimum of these guys.
Sir, I have a question. So what happens if rho sub x is equal to 0?
Rho sub x is equal to 0 means you cannot define this.
Okay, then in that case, dx is not defined.
Dx is not defined.
Okay.
See, if rho xx 0 means what? Yeah, the Markov chain never comes back to x.
Exactly.
Yeah, then there is no point in trying to define a period in any artificial way.
Okay. So otherwise, if it is positive, then you are defining dx.
Yes. See, if this is 0, according to our earlier definition given in the previous page, the dx will be undefined. Then, such if that is 0, this would be an empty set. Okay. See, there is no compulsion to define certain things artificially. In certain cases, because of to avoid certain trivial inconsistencies and so on, one does, like for example, supremum of an empty set, you take it as infinity and things like that. That in some cases, that does make sense. For example, when we defined t sub x, the heating time of x, we took that to be, go back to the definition and see, we took that to be equal to infinity when there was no n such that p super n x is greater than 0. There it sort of makes sense. Okay. And also note that if capital P sub xx is strictly positive, then dx is equal to 1. I think you remember success runs Markov chain. This was the situation. You can also see that d sub x divides this, because if there is this minimum of this will also be an element of this set. And D sub x is the common divisor of all these n's. One can give example where dx is strictly less than this. I will give you a problem based on that. An example where I will be asked to show that d sub x is strictly less than this. Sorry, please note it down if you want. Okay. This is your first result concerning periods. If x and y communicate with each other, then d sub x is equal to d sub y. So in particular, if you have an irreducible closed set, then all the states have the same period. So states in an irreducible Markov chain have a common period. Sorry, please note it down. Okay. So let n1, n2 be positive integers. So our assumption is that x and y communicate with each other. So since they communicate with each other, you can find integer n1 such that p super n1 xy is strictly positive, and similarly n2 such that pyx is strictly positive. So p super n1 plus n2 of xx. So in this, this will be, of course, sum of various things. One of the terms would be this. And since each of these guys is strictly positive, this is greater than that, so that will also be strictly positive. So n1 plus n2 will be, an element of the defining equation for dx. So that n1 plus n2, which we saw there, that will be an element here.
Sir, can you just go back to the definition of dx once again? Just.
Please note it down carefully, okay? This is.
Okay, sir, it's fine, sir. Fine.
So since dx is a divisor of common divisor of all those guys, this divides n1 plus n2. without any reminder. Now take any n such that P super n yy is strictly positive. There will be an n because dy is well defined. So then you can easily see P super n1 plus n plus n2 xx. So which is greater than or equal to this, the product of these three strictly positive guys. So this is also strictly positive. P super n1 plus n2 xx is strictly positive for any n such that P super n yy is strictly positive. Consequently, d sub x divides n1 plus n2 plus n. Okay, please note it down if you want. We have already seen that dx divides n1 plus n2. It also divides this. Therefore, it also divides n. Yeah, that's what I have written. Dx divides n. Dx is a divisor of n. It's a factor of n. So, paraphrasing all these things, dx divides any n greater than or equal to 1 such that P super n yy is strictly positive. But by definition of the period of y, d sub y is the largest such divisor. So it follows that dx is dx is less than or equal to dy. So reverse the roles of x and y. So dy will be less than or equal to dx. Consequently, dx and dy are equal. Yeah, please note it down. Okay, now we come to defining what are periodic and aperiodic Markov chains. So let xn be an irreducible. By the way, in this proposition, it is important that x and y communicate. In the case of recurrence and positive recurrence, we have seen that if x leads to y, and if x is recurrent, y is also recurrent, and things like that. So that is not, I mean, enough for this. Yeah, let xn be an irreducible Markov chain on a countable state. Because we want to define a periodic Markov chain and a periodic or period of a Markov chain. So because of the previous proposition, it is necessary that that thing we consider should be irreducible. So one says that the Markov chain is periodic with period t if the common period d is greater than or equal to 0. Sorry, greater than or equal to 2. We have seen that dx, if it exists, will be greater than or equal to 1. So one says that the Markov chain is aperiodic if d is equal to. Aperiodic doesn't mean that the Markov chain keeps, I mean, p dx d sub x is equal to 1 doesn't mean that p super n xx is greater than 0. P sub x is p sub xx is greater than 0. It just means that in the defining property, these sets, see, all these things are, all the n's are in positive integers. So 1 will always be a common factor. So dx equal to 1 can also basically mean that the elements of these sets, if you pick any two or from this, they will be coprime. For example, if you can manufacture a Markov chain, I don't know whether it can be done, very maybe artificially, that this set is only consists of prime numbers, then it will be aperiodic. Sort of, there is no definite pattern in its coming back. Yeah. So that is the reason for this terminology aperiodic. Periodic with period 2, what d equal to 1 is basically it doesn't give anything else, saying that there is no definite periodic motion in that. So that is the reason for this kind of a adjective, aperiodic. Okay. So some simple exercises. Unrestricted simple random walk on integers is periodic with period 2. So in this case, remember that R, see, random walk or birth-death Markov chain, if the Pi and Qi, Ri are the same for all I, PQR if you denote, R is equal to 0 in the random walk, simple random walk. Of course, in this case, we have seen that in such cases, there is no stationary probability distribution, because unless P is equal to Q, it is not at all, it is all transient. So no stationary probability distribution. And even in that symmetric case, we have seen that it is null recurrent. So there is no stationary probability distribution. So there is no question of even talking about limiting probability distribution. I mean, it is not that null recurrent kind of processes are unimportant. They are important. I mean, for example, the simple random walk is a model for various things. So transient kind of processes are also important. The Ehrenfest model is periodic with period 2. So the success runs Markov chain. So that is the second example in our Markov chain 7. By the way, Markov chains 8 will be uploaded today, I hope to.
So Markov chains 8 will be uploaded today.
I hope to.
Okay.
Everything is only hopeful till it is accomplished. Especially in these times, corona crisis time. Okay, please note it down. So we will. So we will state one of the main results. So let Xn be an irreducible positive recurrent Markov chain having stationary probability distribution phi. So if the Markov chain is aperiodic, then limit n going to infinity, p super n xy is pi y for all x and y in the state space, yes. So the proof of this theorem will be given later. I hope to at least write it down and upload it, I mean, maybe towards the end of the course. It does require certain maturity, though it can be sort of, if one is willing to assume quite a few things without really knowing much of measure theory. So measure theoretic kind of reasoning might be, I mean, is kind of used. If the Markov chain is periodic, then also one can make some statements about certain limits. That I shall give it as a result without proof. That the proof is not difficult, but I will not prove it. See, my point of view is that in a course, it is not that one should sort of load people with all kinds of results. basically, I would like at least quite a few of you to acquire the confidence that you can study the subject later on your own. That is, you can go beyond what is given in the course and probably even go beyond what is really known, in the sense that even if you want to take up research in this, you should have that confidence. So it is important that one picks up that confidence. So one would like to make these things look quite simple as far as possible, as much as possible. So instead, we will take up an example. Even that example, I will not be finishing today. Please note it down. Of course, now say we have built up enough sort of, you may say, evidence that this result must be true, or you expect it to be true, because this is the aperiodic Markov chain. So in this case, we have seen that there is a limiting distribution, of course, which is also the unique stationary probability distribution. And also we have seen in this class of examples, there is no stationary probability distribution itself. So no question of talking about limiting distribution. And in the Ehrenfest and model also, I think one of the exercises, earlier things, asked you to find the P and P power n, I think, if I remember right, P power n for all n. Try to guess it from P squared, P and P squared. So if you work out P squared and P3, you can guess. So which means in such a case, in this case also, there is no hope of getting the limit. Say, for example, I think in one of those exercises you had seen, P to the odd power is P and P to the even power is P squared. And you all can also notice, say, especially for example, some of those cases, the diagonal elements were 0 in, I think, the odd case, and the diagonal elements are strictly positive in the even case. So there is no hope of even talking about this limit. So you have already equipped certain kind of evidence that to expect something like this. So once you are able to guess that result, very often, and if you have that confidence that by hook or crook, one can prove many things. If you don't have all the tools, acquire those tools. If you don't have the acquired, even the tools don't exist, sometimes invent them. Provided it doesn't lead to contradictions, inconsistencies with existing knowledge. Okay. So, of course, before we take up the example, one remark. If capital C is an irreducible closed set of positive recurrence state such that each state in C has period 1, then, of course, and we denote by pi the unique stationary probability distribution of the Markov chain. I think better to insert probability, stationary probability distribution. I'll also see that in my notes that is inserted. Concentrated on C, that is guaranteed by this result in Markov chains 8, which I will be uploading. Anyway, you have seen it already in the class. So the Markov chain restricted to C is an irreducible aperiodic positive recurrent Markov chain with a unique stationary probability distribution pi. So by that theorem, sorry, note it down. So by the theorem we stated, we have limit n going to infinity, p super n pi, p super n xy is pi y for every x and y in C. And of course, since this is, we also have a formula for this from our earlier results. Pi sub y is 1 over my. Of course, in this, since we have to restrict ourselves to that C. So in particular, if Y is a positive recurrent state with period 1, take C to be the irreducible closed set containing Y. Then a further sort of refinement or enlargement in this, P super n yy is equal to 1 over my, which is given by 1 over E sub y t. This you can conclude here also, because x and y, x is equal to y, that is also included here. Nothing really profound in this remark, except that some of the statements can be very obvious from that theorem. Okay, example. So let Xn be a Markov chain with state space is a 4-point set, and the transition matrix is given. So we will try to find limit n going to infinity p super n ik for that limit whenever that exists. For I and k coming from the state space. We will take up finding these limits later. But now let me say some things about this thing, which you already know, or rather you can easily find with what you know already. Please note it down if you want. So this is P22. P22 equal to 1. So it's an absorbing state. And hence that is recurrent. And that will also form a irreducible closed set of recurrent states, singleton set. And you can verify that the set consisting of 1 and 4 is an irreducible closed set of recurrent states. From what all you know already. So you can also see similarly, or by the reasoning which you are familiar with already, 3 is a transient state. So the set of all transient states consists of the singleton 3 and C1 equal to 1 and 4 and C2 being the singleton 2 are the two irreducible closed set of recurrent states. We will stop here. By the way, for personal reasons, I will not be able to take the class on Friday. I will also send you that thing to everyone in the enrolled list. So Friday, there will be no class.
So Friday, there is no class.
Friday, there is no class.
Okay. Okay. So the next class is Monday, right?
Monday, yeah.
At the usual time. Time.
Of course. Because there is no other time available, no, really.
Okay.
Because of all these clashes.
Okay.
So if you want me to go back any of the slides or any questions, etc., or comments, please ask me. Otherwise, we will stop sharing and end the session.
Okay, so is today's class over?
Yeah, today's class is over. You can leave if you want right now. Okay. So again and again, I think it is perhaps the very few students attending. Good. I shouldn't say good or bad, but okay, whatever is happening is good for the good. So we will meet again on Monday. So I will end the session. Take care, all of you. Okay, see you on Monday.